What's one lesson football taught you that applies to life off the field?
Now, this is a lesson taught to me by football initially, but going through this with my father retaught it to me, and it was the law of detachment. Understanding not to be too detached of the outcome that I want to happen. I can't control how life goes, and even though that I'm expecting a certain outcome or I'm trying to manifest a certain outcome, if I do not get that outcome, I have to take it as it comes and continue pushing forward.
What's your coaching philosophy? If you had 60 seconds to give a pregame speech to the men that's watching this, what would you say?
Going into not just the game, any situations with you understanding the type of man you want to present yourself in. Forth your best effort, always being calculated in your moves, always understanding what needs to be done, and then putting forth your best energy into executing that.
What's one thing you're working on personally to become more than shit?
Man, the main thing that's been on my heart is becoming more peaceful.
I want to welcome y'all back to another week. Hope everybody had a great week. Y'all know we're going to go into our highs and lows like we do. But first of all, we are doing this episode, this week we're doing it podcast style. I got one of our very own members of the group here tonight, Ace. And whenever I'm in one of y'all cities or towns or coasts, and y'all can pull up, I would love to do this with y'all. But this is a way for me to extract some information from y'all, record a memory, us to make, have an intimate moment together. We also got a special surprise. We're going to be having dinner tonight. My wife is going to prepare us a carbon-based healthy meal for us to eat. First off, I want to thank y'all as always. I appreciate y'all just showing up every week and doing y'all part. And this makes me want to just continue and bring more value. And I got so much planned, I'm not even going to talk about it. Y'all just stay tuned and see all the things that's coming in store. I like to kind of stay quiet about my surprises, but trust and believe we got some big things coming. So first of all, I'm going to use this video to help promote Become More Academy. Become More Academy is a nonprofit organization that I started to help Black, Indigenous American men. One, claim their nationality, set up taxes and business structure, find their purpose, and help them elevate in every area of life, from health, wealth, love, and relationships. And we do this through live courses, live classes, live trainings, in addition to live events that we're going to be having in person coming very, very soon. And this is all about us iron sharpening iron, us getting better as men, us pouring into each other, and teaching the things that we know, the experiences that we've gathered in our own lives to improve the lives of us and the young men that we're going to be, bringing up, whether it be our sons or, through coaching,
For sure.
like Ace does. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself. I'm going to let you introduce yourself to the viewers who may not know who you are, and then obviously the group tell us who you are, what you do, and why you joined Become More Academy.
I'm Ace. I'm an electrician, newly stepping into the field of electrician. I'm also a football coach. This will be my 5th year coaching football. Played football my whole life, every level up to college. After I played, stepped into the coaching scene of it. Kind of been trying to find myself in the last years, and I feel like I'm finally on the right track, you know what I'm saying? So when I went to the Aboriginal Summit in Atlanta, I found out about that from just following Dr. Ali and tapping in with some of his teachings. So I found out about the summit and went down there, had an amazing time. Went down by myself, you know what I'm saying? Not many people.
Drove or you flew?
I flew, but went down by myself just to figure out what was going on. It was calling me to come down.
Did you know anybody?
I ain't know nobody.
Bro.
Not one person.
My hat's off to you for that, bro.
Yeah, I ain't know nobody.
That right there is a sign of commitment to growth. Like, I tell people, the greatest form of personal development is traveling. Because when you travel, first of all, you're going into unfamiliar territory. But then if you go into an event where you don't know nobody, so you're forced to grow because you had to adapt, you had to change, you got to ask questions, you don't know what was going on. So big respect from you. So what did you get from that? Like, what was the summit for you? Like,
man, I could talk forever about what I got from it. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot, but the main thing that I saw was a community of people actually helping each other, a tribe actually empowering its people, being there and actually seeing people who nationalized recently get certificates in different fields and different ministries. It was amazing to me. I've been a part of different groups and none have shown me, mind you, I've been following these groups for years. None have shown me what Honor showed me in that one time
That means a lot.
of being there.
That's what's up, bro. Hats off to Honor. For those who don't know, Honor is the Aboriginal Republic of North America. It was established by Dr. Ali, who we just mentioned. We have 12 ministries. I can name them all, but health, cosmology, tribal law. We have different ministries that you can be a part of when you join the ministry. Join the government. I'm actually a tribal lawyer. I started my own law firm through the government called Musa Legal Firm, and now I actively help people claim their nationality in addition to helping them set up their business structure. I was a business strategist and am a business strategist prior to joining Honor, and so now I've combined the marriage of law and business to help all entrepreneurs, one, be able to keep all the money they make legally through taxes and structure through tribal law. So very, very powerful, very, very, I agree with everything you said, man. This is one of the reasons why I joined. The tribe has some of the greatest truth that you can find, some great people who are serious about what they do in life as well as their purpose. So let's go into the chat real quick. Let's talk about our highs and lows of the week. Y'all want to join in the chat and let us know what your highs are. Feel free to jump in. I can bring you up on the screen if you want to share, but I'll go ahead and start. My highs for the week, I would say, first of all, I bought myself a lot of time. Was able to get a lot of stuff done so that I'm not in rush mode these next couple weeks, and I can literally, that's my son in the back. Shout out to Mezzy. But I bought myself some time so that I can just focus on my projects right now. So that's a high for me. Guys, anytime you can buy yourself time, that's the greatest thing that you can buy yourself, because most people are chasing time. You know what I'm saying? When you buy yourself time, you can actually relax and focus. You'll be 10 times more productive than you could ever imagine. So certainly glad that I was able to do that. My son's team, they had a great football game this weekend. Man, I'm so impressed with those young boys. Shout out to the Perry Hall Gators. Them young boys is balling. I'm talking about 8 years old. Their quarterback, one of my son's best friends, named Titan. That young man is different. He's 8 years old, bro. He threw, in the last 2 games, he's threw 4 touchdown passes.
Oh, yeah. They usually don't even throw the ball.
They don't even throw the ball. Like, he's slinging the ball. It's crazy, man. Like, so highly impressed with him. Shout out to my boy Blake. He had a really good game defensively. Offensively, didn't really wasn't really engaged too much in the game, which I was disappointed to see. But we're gonna get you right, son. But more than that, man, I love football too, bro. We're gonna definitely get into that. But yeah, I didn't really have no lows, man. The Crawford fight was amazing. My Ravens got a 3-possession win lead over our division opponent, so I really ain't got no lows. It's gonna be a great week for sure. How about you, man? Highs and lows of the week?
My highs would be getting acclimated into my new career that I just started.
Congratulations on that, bro. Congratulations.
Already, I kind of feel like I could see my path of getting comfortable and progressing in the company that I work for, while also learning certain things that they did to build their business. I'm writing my notes so I could use some of those same tactics when they come to my business. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, my main purpose of getting into this career is to expand my horizons, but also use the funds that I make to promote and build my business. You know, that I plan on getting started. But another high would be just understanding that, like, I kind of was able to mesh my family together. We all kind of been having our own things going on. You know, when you got siblings, all y'all grown, y'all kind of take your own paths. I was able to, you know what I'm saying, bring my siblings all back together. We've been communicating more and stuff like that.
Love that, bro.
I'd say my lows would definitely, I'm gonna touch on the NFL, man. My Skins took a tough L in front of the whole world,
the Packers,
man.
Right?
Yeah.
What was that game, man? They played overseas or something?
Nah, that one was in Green Bay.
Oh, Green Bay.
Yeah, that one was in Green Bay.
Was that Monday night or Sunday? Was it?
Thursday.
That was Thursday night.
The Thursday games be weird, man. I say another low. I still haven't gotten my sleep schedule together, man. I gotta get that together because I know once I do that, I'll be able to be more effective throughout my days.
I'm glad you said that because I got an exercise for us to do next week. Sleep schedule. I'm gonna help you out with that. I'm gonna add that to my notes. All right. So I want to comment on everything you said. So first thing you said was, yeah, new job. You got acclimated, and I respect that. Congratulations, y'all showing some love in the chat. First of all, it's really difficult to get a job, but the industry that you're in right now is looking for people. So those of you who are looking for a job, how long you said you're new to the industry, right?
Yeah,
they're going to be hiring electricians all across the nation because it's going to be a need for it tremendously. But I want to applaud you for your perspective for getting a job. One, obviously to maintain your living, but to start a business, to use that money. That's what it's for. A job is to help you. You're supposed to use the income that you have to take care of yourself and start a business. So, and you also pointed out something that I always tell people: major reason for a job is to learn. Yeah. Learn about the company. Learn what the company did to be successful, so you can implement those things. So you already on the right path for that. The second thing you said, bring your family together, bro. Yeah. I commend that so much. I'll be honest with you. I have let that part of my life go. I spent all my first 33 years of my life trying to keep my family close, bring together. It is definitely derailing.
Tough. Yeah.
However, the family that you build is the one that's most important. And everybody else just got to decide to be on the same page as y'all. Yeah. But if not, you got to build your own family, man. And it's tough because you can't carry that weight. You can take a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. And at the end of the day, if people want to be stuck on stupid and in the past, you got to keep moving forward.
You gotta love them from a distance.
Gotta love them from a distance, man. It's all love, and you hope and wish the best, but they got to get on a frequency of change, frequency of growth. But I commend that. And definitely that's what I meant. And that's what I really truly believe the Black Indigenous man is doing. He's trying to bring, fix the damage that's been caused, you know what I mean? And it's tough. It's definitely tough, but I respect it. And then you said that skins lost. I just had to mention this. One of my favorite players, I played football too. I was a free safety, and it was two players I watched before every one of my games. Sean Taylor. Rest in peace to a legend, bro. When he died, I was so sad, bro. Yeah. I know y'all felt it.
I felt like I lost a family member. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I couldn't believe it. And he felt like he was invincible. Yeah. So it's like, how did he die?
To happen, man. You know what I'm saying?
If y'all don't know who Sean Taylor is, go check out his highlights. Man, when we talk about a hitting safety, boy.
Flat out do it.
Flat out run through people, man. But yeah, he was the GOAT, man. So yeah, we got some stuff in the chat. Again, if you want to join Become More Academy, the link will be in the description somewhere around this video, or you can go to my Instagram page at Richest Man of Baltimore and click the link in my bio. Or you can follow us at the Become More Academy on Instagram, a brand new Instagram page, but you can join there as well. All right, let's see. We got Darren says it's hot for the week. He got in contact with an HR employee who looked over his resume and added things to make it better and more polished. Overall, great week for him. The fight was good. His line stumped a pile in the Bears. And the low for the week is he went down in weight even though I increased my portion size of eating. All right, that's a lot, bro. All right, let's start with the first one. Congratulations on the resume improvement. Bro, you keep making progress. That's what genius is. We talked about that last week. You keep making progress. It's going to eventually happen for you. One thing I'm realizing about you, bro, you are relentless. I respect it and I love it, bro. You're not getting discouraged. You just keep going. And the world bends to men like us, bro. If we don't give up, it's going to eventually fold for you, bro. But the world wants to see if you're going to give up before it gives you what you want. And sometimes that's just the way it goes. But I got much love and respect for you, bro. Keep pushing forward. I'm waiting for the comment or call or text just letting us know that you've secured that job. And again, I would suggest that you probably look into the electrician field some ways, form of fashion, because I read something. I don't remember if it was inside the U.S. I can't remember what I was reading, but it was talking about that industry specifically going to be one of the industries that's on a major come up for hiring. So look into it. And like you said, he has no experience.
I could add to that, in different states, they have local unions for electricians. It's called the International Brotherhood of Electric Workers. Okay. So it's all over the world. So you can look into that. IBEW is the abbreviation. Yeah. Look into that. You probably got one in your state, and they definitely
appreciate that.
On.
Can you drop that in the chat form?
For sure.
Yeah, we're gonna get that in the chat for you, bro. And anybody else that's looking for a job, we'll drop that information in the description, guys. when I was younger and I started entrepreneurship, I used to bash jobs. A job is, if you use it correctly, it can be very beneficial. All right. Next, he said, overall great week. The fight was good, man. The fight was great, man. That was a great fight. Shout out to Bud Crawford, bro. You are the definition of Aboriginal greatness, bro. Like,
Pugilism
everybody
at its
doubted.
finest.
Everybody doubted him, man. He coming up 2 weight classes. He didn't make any excuses. Didn't get, even the interviewers were trying to give him excuses about his shoulder. He was like, nah. I ain't no excuses. He didn't have a hydrate clause in his stuff, nothing.
He ain't running.
He ain't running.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that
he
guy.
went that joint like a man to handle this business.
For sure, man. Hats off to him. Literally, all eras GOAT. People saying he better than Floyd. I think they got 2 different styles. I respect them both and love watching them both fight, for sure.
Exactly.
But it was definitely a great fight, Darren. Also, he said Lions stumped the Bears. I saw that. I think the Lions dropped 50 on them, didn't they? Something like that?
Oh, yeah, they did drop 50.
Dropped 50 on them. That's crazy. Shout out to y'all, man. I actually was playing Madden last night on my Madden franchise. Shout out to anybody who played Madden. If y'all want to play me, you feel me? Drop them gamer tags. Let's get it in. Relentless Dad on PS5. But yeah, man, I'm floating through my franchise. I play on all Madden. I don't know nothing about the rest of the days. I'm floating through the season, and I get to the Super Bowl, and I'm playing the Lions, and all of a sudden the game just cheating. Can't tackle Gibbs. He untackable. Like, man, he had 100 yards in the first quarter, just breaking like 50 tackles. It's ridiculous. But I owe them guys, so I'm gonna get them back. But yeah, shout out to the Lions. I love y'all offense. That joint is impeccable. I love y'all coach too.
Sure.
We always find a way to beat y'all somehow. I remember one year y'all was beating us the whole game, and I think Justin Tucker kicked a 67-yard field goal to end it. I was like, dang, I know they sick. That just happened. But yeah, y'all team is definitely on the rise, and I feel like nobody in the NFC can really mess with y'all except for probably the Eagles. Like, hands down, can put up them points. Maybe the Eagles might beat them. I know he ain't trying to hear that. He like, yeah. Y'all warming up though. Y'all got to get warmed up.
We see the Lions in a couple of weeks, man.
Y'all got a squad too. It's definitely some good teams out there.
We gotta get it together though. We got a lot going on. We gotta get it together.
So do we. We got I was glad that we looked better this week than last week, but we lost the game week 1 that we shouldn't have lost. 200 rushing yards by Derrick Henry, 150 by Zay Flowers.
There's no reason y'all should have lost.
We should have won that game. That was crazy. All right, let's see. We got and then Darren said he lost 4 pounds. All right, so we did talk about that last week. All of us, put our goal weights. So glad you mentioned that. I dropped in the chat. Yo, let's create a habit of doing that every Monday in the chat, dropping our weight. If we went up or down, it's all good. We're not going to beat each other up, but it's just to keep each other accountable. I was up to 119.4, so I went up 2.5 pounds, almost 2.5 pounds in this week. But you know what? I know Darren said he increased his cardio. It's all good, bro. When you first start working out, losing weight is usually the first thing that happens. You get rid of that excess water weight, and then you can be able to start building that muscle. But just you getting back in it, working out and getting in the groove of things, bro. That's the key. That's the right way to go. For sure. All right, Kyrie said, great job with your accomplishments. He said he watched Troy Polamalu and Sean. Yeah, bro. Troy Polamalu was a dog too, man. Definitely crazy. All right. Kyrie says, my highs are that I have created an organized schedule to help with my progression. That's what's up, bro. And you shout out to Kyrie. Also booked a call with my media company, social media marketing company, Creative Mags. We're going to be helping him develop his first ebook about malware and cybersecurity. So he can start using that product. Digital products is one of the best ways to make money, and it's not going anywhere. So if you have any type of specialized knowledge, definitely get you a digital book or digital product of some sort. Me and my team can help you create it, and you go out there, market it, and promote it, and make some money. All right. Kyrie says, I'm going to join you, bro. Let me know when you start. You going to join what, bro? Oh, no, wait. He said, bud, no drinking, no smoking, no partying. Oh, yeah, bro. Man, the Skins always gotta get it together. They took a shot at the Skins. So, you was talking about Bud. He don't drink, no party, and nothing, man. He a family man. That man got like 8 kids, bro. He just be locked in all times. You feel me? But yeah, he that bad kid from school, bro. You don't want no problems with that man. He the bad kid from school. But shout out to Bud again. Incredible experience. All right, next up, got some questions for Ace. All right, so let's talk about football. What got you into football?
Um, Watching it. I think my father being a fan of it
Mm-hmm.
and watching it as a kid, and he told me that my first time playing, I came to him to ask. I don't even remember it. I was
Mm-hmm.
probably like 6 years old. But I thought he took me to the field to play, but he
Mm-hmm.
told me that I came to him and told him I wanted to
Wow.
play football. So
I,
that's how I got into it when I was 6 years old.
mm,
And from there, I just fell in love with it
yeah,
immediately. Boxing and football were my two sports that I fell in love with as a
that's
young.
what's up. So you had your dad in your life.
For sure,
Yeah, that's what's
man,
up.
for sure. I had Superman as a father.
Mm.
You know what I'm
He's still
saying?
alive?
Yeah, he's still
Okay.
alive.
Yeah.
However, he had a stroke 3 years ago,
Mm.
so he's bedridden right now,
Man.
kind of incapacitated. You know what I'm saying? I've been taking care of him and my mother the last couple of years.
Sheesh,
So
man.
that's why this job is like a big accomplishment for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I really haven't even been able to work because I've been on paper as a health aide for him. So
That's tough, man.
yeah, I definitely had my father in my life. You know
Much
what I'm saying?
respect for man. I
Superman.
love hearing that, man. And how he give his dad his flowers, bro. You know, life is crazy, man. Our parents can take care of us, and then we end up having to take
You
care
know what
of them.
I'm saying?
You know, it's the great the way life
Yeah.
continues to cycle through, man. It's powerful. So it's crazy because my dad definitely introduced me to football. Like my very first jersey was pre-Ravens even existed. It was I had
Oh
a
yeah.
Emmett Smith jersey. He was a
Okay.
Cowboys fan. I had an Emmett Smith jersey, Troy Aikman jersey,
Yeah.
and then I remember always loving sports. I played football like in the backyard with my friends and stuff, and then but I remember the Ravens playing in the Super Bowl. We had a big Super Bowl party. And all the adults was upstairs and all the kids
All
was
the kids
downstairs,
downstairs.
but they had a little TV down there. I was the
Yeah.
only one watching it. Everybody else was
Everybody
doing
else
it.
wilding.
But I was locked in on the TV and I watched that game from start to finish. It was probably the first football game I watched from start to finish. I might have been like 9 years old.
Yeah.
And I've been a Raven ever since that day, watching them win
alright.
that Super Bowl. And I actually met Trent Dilfer, Ray Lewis, all them players, you know what I'm saying? It was a
Okay.
really cool experience. So definitely can relate to that. And that's it's crazy because as my son's playing football, you know, I introduced him to football. He watched me coach when he was a little baby.
Okay.
So I didn't want him to play football
Yeah.
because the injuries, we naturally smaller guys.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I don't want him to go through that. And he's like elite at basketball. So like him playing football to me is kind of like, bro, you just focus on
Yeah.
basketball. But he loves it. And I try to remember like why he loved it so much. I'm like, dang, from a pup, like he was a little pup, like
Yeah,
on the
he was out
YouTube,
there.
watching YouTube. He at the practices with us.
Yeah.
He at the games. So I'm like, this is
Yeah.
in him. There's nothing I can do about it.
He
loves it.
done been around that
Yeah,
energy,
it's
so
over. And all his friends play too, so
yeah.
it is what it is now. We got some more in the let's see, we see. Shout out to you, Ace. I know the feeling. Almost lost my father, grandma, and granddad all in the same year, and that was my whole household. Wow, bro, that's tough, man.
That's tough.
Yeah, my dad passed away in 2017, and it was not the way I thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? He was young, 47 years old. Felt like he had a lot more life to live.
Exactly.
But you know, to all the men out there, man, when your heart is broken and your spirit is broken, you know, do not isolate yourself. Like, get help, seek people that love you unconditionally. You know, this is why this group is here. Find your brothers, find people that actually want to, you know, willing to pour into you and to check you and lift you up, encourage you, whatever you may need.
And understand your perspective.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
For
'Cause I feel
sure.
like that's one of the biggest things with men. A lot of times we feel like nobody, not that they can't understand, they're not willing to understand. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes they can't.
And sometimes they can't.
Sometimes they
You're
just
right.
can't.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You hit that on the nose for sure.
Yeah.
And there's too many men out here, that's fighting their battles by themselves, man. That's not what we're here to do, man. We're supposed to be able to lean on each other. So definitely, yeah, man, let's stay locked in with each other as much as we can. So that was a great story, bro. And again, we wishing your dad well, bro. We definitely got to get him a bioscan and get him checked out. You know what I'm saying? Get him
for
connected
sure.
with some indigenous doctors, bro. Because I've seen some miracles, bro.
Exactly. And when I tell you, he a strong dude, and he's still showing it. Like to this day, even though he doesn't talk much or nothing like that, I still see mannerisms of
he
the
in the
man that
hospital?
raised him. No, he's home.
He's home?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got him home.
Yeah.
Man, you know these hospitals crazy,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So we had to get him out of there and got
yeah.
him home so he could be
Okay,
comfortable
cool.
with the
So
family.
if I could get an indigenous doctor to agree to come see him, you'll be okay
Yes,
with that? All right,
yes.
we're gonna make that happen, y'all. We're gonna make
For
that
sure.
happen.
And
For sure.
that's something that
we
I've
gonna do
actually
that.
been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gonna do that
Was
happen.
going to mention in the
For
midst
sure.
of this, you know
We're
what
gonna
I'm
make it
saying?
happen. It's done. It's already done. Consider it
bet.
done. And this is what this group is about, man. We're gonna support each other and help each other no matter what. You know what I'm saying? What we got, if we got each other, there's nothing we can't get through. You feel me? For sure. So next, what's one lesson football taught you that applies to life off the field?
Now, this is a lesson taught to me by football initially, but going through this with my father retaught it to me, and it was the law of detachment. The law, like understanding not to be too detached of the outcome that I want to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't control how life go, and even though that I'm expecting a certain outcome or I'm trying to manifest a certain outcome, if I do not get that outcome, I have to take it as it comes and continue pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? And football taught me that. Like, I'm talking about play by play. You cannot get caught up on that play or you gonna mess up on the next one. You know what I'm saying? So, and on my teams, I was always a leader. So that's something that I was able to pick up and lead my team to some championships with understanding that law. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I practice that, and sometimes a little bit in detachment. Like losing people that's really close to you, I can get to a place that like I'm good by myself. I'm so good by myself that it's a little like it can be dangerous for the people that I love because they can feel like I'm just like I'm checked out or whatever.
Exactly.
You feel me? But I definitely hear that. You use the key word manifest.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna shout out my guy Nero Knowledge. He has a great definition of manifestation, and it is getting to a place emotionally where you're no longer dependent on the outcome that you want. So you're good with it or good without it. You feel me? That's when you truly manifest, when you're good with the outcome or without it. You feel me? So,
that's tough.
Definitely checking the Nero. If y'all want to learn about manifestation and metaphysics, Nero Knowledge is the greatest teacher. You can find him on YouTube. He has a large following, but puts out videos every week, and he got a ton of them. So you can learn something, and I bet you start manifesting today if you watch him and actually listen and take notes.
Okay.
All right, next is, what's your coaching philosophy? If you had 60 seconds to give a pregame speech to the men that's watching this, what would you say? And what would you say?
The main topics that I speak on when I speak to the youth is going into not just the game, any situations with you understanding the type of man you want to present yourself as, you know what I'm saying? And putting forth your best effort, always being calculated in your moves, always understanding what needs to be done and then putting forth your best energy into executing that. You know what I'm saying? Because being strategic, like I said, you can't control the outcome, but being strategic definitely can help you get to that destination at most times. So that's the main thing I teach to the youth. And like in my pregame speeches, you know, it's a combination of enlightenment and getting them hype. You know what I'm saying? So I say a lot, honestly. I say a lot, but one of my favorite chants that I've been doing since high school, I don't know why, it always worked. And it's like, I come in, I say, where my dogs at? Ooh, where my soldiers at? Yeah, where my dogs at? Ooh, where the soldiers at? Yeah, and that's one of my jumps I say to get them hyped and in the mood, you know what I'm saying?
Get them playing for each other.
As warriors, you know what I'm saying? You can look at written scripts of ancient wars, the movies or whatever the case may be. Warriors, they have chants that get that energy flowing so that they can go and execute what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So
You know, it's crazy. I gotta share this. It's kind of corny. I gotta share. But when I played football, it was in Lil Wayne's era.
Okay.
When I first started like pads, and I was probably like 13.
Yeah.
And Lil Wayne had that song "Where the Cash At."
Okay.
So I turned that song into a chant for my team. Where the pads at? So where the pads at? We would we would have everybody going crazy and start rocking people
and
too.
That's the thing with when you got a team and y'all got a common goal. It don't matter if it's kind of corny or whatever. Y'all gonna take it and make it what y'all need, what y'all needed to be. You know what I'm saying?
We had that. We used to have that joint rocking. We got really appreciate that part of this group the most. Be lone wolf in a long time. Grateful. Respect, bro. No quitter, go get her. I listen to it on repeat. I need to do it again, actually. Yeah, man, for sure. Most definitely. That's what this group is about. So no man is left alone, bro. I love that. Love how you put that in perspective for us.
Sure.
So now, who's your favorite player of all time and why?
My favorite players of all time is very tough. However, I have to go with London Fletcher.
Mm.
London Fletcher is a player,
Dog linebacker.
dog, and he's a name that goes under the radar.
Yeah,
And it's
he used to
surprising
lead
he's
the
not in
league
the
in
Hall of
tackles.
Fame yet.
He used to lead the league in tackles all the time.
He led the league in tackles several years. Never missed a game
Yeah,
in
very
about
durable.
15 or 16
Very
seasons.
durable.
That's tough to do as a linebacker, you know what I'm
sure.
saying? So I mean, he took care of his body,
Yeah.
and he made sure that not only did he play for 16 straight years, he played at the highest level
Yeah,
for
he was
all
a
those
beast.
years.
He
Got
was
him
a
a Super
beast.
Bowl. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
he didn't get one with the
He did it with the
Skins,
Patriots?
with the Rams.
Oh, with the Rams.
Yeah, so he's my favorite player because I feel like we kind of
Really
like
familiar.
my
Similar play
playing
styles.
style
Yeah.
was similar to his,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
short linebackers,
Yeah.
stocky that could just flat out do it. You know what
that's
I'm
what's
saying?
up. That's what's up. I see Darren put Calvin Johnson. Oh yeah, Megatron was a problem
truth.
for sure.
He
I
was
think
the
I
truth.
saw one catch he made, and I think it was in college, where he like put his arm back this way and caught the ball. It was insane, yo.
Man,
He was
did
crazy.
some
He retired
things
mad young,
way too early.
way too early, especially with
Yeah.
these receivers still playing today. But I think he wanted to take care of his body and get out there with the money and his health and all that. And you can't be
Probably
mad
so.
at him for that. Kyrie, man, who you got? Who's your favorite player? Mine's was Ed Reed for sure. Number 20, man. Hall of Famer. That guy was special. Changed the game in an instant. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He got a 107-yard interception return. Like, boy, he's just a bad man.
Yeah, he was different.
Yeah, he
and
was
not only was he a great player, he had that energy to, if you was around him, you was
Yeah,
picking it up
for
too.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Him and Ray Lewis was, watching him lead the Ravens was
Yeah.
like hard, man. You know how I be.
It was
You
too
know how
tough.
I be,
Yeah,
for sure.
too
but-
tough. That's true. It motivated me as a youngin'.
Yeah, for sure. When you was talking about effort, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like is the most underrated thing an athlete can understand is that your effort goes
Yeah.
so much further than your talent can ever go.
telling
Like,
you.
and that's what Ray Lewis like.
Telling you.
He wasn't the biggest, the fastest, the strongest, or nothing, but
Yeah.
effort wise, he on every play.
there.
You know what
He
I'm
was
saying?
there.
And I actually saw that from Roquan this past week because I was disappointed in Roquan last few games that I watched. We played the Bills our last few games before this game, and I did not see him on none of the film. I'm like, where is he at?
Yeah.
And I know the league is a passing league now, but it's like, bro, find that ball and make
definitely.
a play, bro.
Yeah.
Where you at? He had 15 tackles this week and I think like 6-4 loss and a touchdown. He was balling.
And I think that's one of the main things that a middle linebacker has to know. Some people have different opinions of what they think the hardest position is, and some people say DB. However, if you watch film, you'll know that DBs get a lot of plays off because the ball don't come their way or whatever the case may
Middle linebacker don't
be.
get
As
no
a
play.
middle linebacker, that ball could go out the end zone to the other end zone. It don't matter where that ball go, you are expected to be there or on your way. You are either expected to be there or be on your way. So
For sure. And you got to touch somebody because somebody touching you every play.
They coming
to get you. You feel me?
they coming to
I
get
never
you.
played linebacker, so I couldn't relate. I was a free safety. I played corner. I never had no, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I wasn't in there with the y'all dudes was banging. I've been hit by some linebackers. It is not break. But I knew I was kind of like Zay in the mall. I knew how to get down.
Okay.
I'm saving my body.
Yeah,
I'm not about to talk.
exactly.
I got hit hard really one time on a punt return, and yeah, that was hurt. But for the most part, I was pretty able to get there.
You knew how to maneuver.
Yeah, I knew how to get down for sure. All right, let's go. Next, what's one thing you're working on personally to become more this year?
To become more. Man, the main thing that's been on my heart is becoming more peaceful. And less reactive. You know what I'm saying? Like emotionally reactive. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to keep my mind focused on peace, because like I grew up in Southeast DC. We've been taught to tap into drama and be violent since we was kids. I'm talking about this taught to us by our environment, by our community, everywhere you go. So I kind of took heed to that, and once I realized that I was capable, it was kind of my thought process and how I moved every day. You know what I'm saying? being violent, and if somebody make me feel away, or I'm gonna make them feel away. You know what I'm saying? And growing up, I just started to realize it ain't really, everything ain't that serious, everything ain't that deep. And 9 times out of 10, that retaliation don't get you nothing that you really seeking. You know what I'm saying? So that's my main thing, peace, man, and just trying to maintain it.
That's a big one, man. Peace is at the is at the top of the food chain for me and for all of us. Honestly, it's not the very top. I'll say enlightenment and then peace. Like wisdom is the key. Like this is what we here to gather information, wisdom, resources, tools to make life easier for us, right? Uh, but your peace is something that nobody can destroy for you once you take it from you.
I feel like peace gives the environment to allow you to thrive in all those different ways and be wise and things like
agree.
that.
I really, Darren said retaliation only leads to more facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? I learned that at a young age, man. Matter of fact, I wasn't too young. I was 18.
Yeah.
And I shared this story at one of my Become More events. Exactly, Become More too. And I really didn't like talking about it, but you know, the two people that were affected by it, we had peace with each other, so it's easier for me to talk about it. But back then it wasn't so easy. And long story short, somebody's spread a rumor about me that wasn't a good rumor. It was something that you would not want your name attached to at all.
Exactly.
You feel me? And I felt like I needed to stand on business about it. I felt like Birdman,
when
you know, when he said respect my
Club.
name. Yeah, I had to, you know, and it was a girl who spread the rumor, so I had to check her.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because what she had said that I did was, first it was a lie, and then two, it was something that could tarnish my name and get me arrested or something like that. So I had to clear it up.
Yeah.
And you know, she decided to send some men to my house. You feel me? And they came to my house. Me and the guy got the guffing. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, afterwards they showed up with guns and weapons. You know, they said they outnumbered us, so they did what they did, and I ain't let it go. I won the one-on-one battle, but then, you know, it got ugly, and I could have just let it fall. I could have let it in there, but, you know, back then I had too much pride, and I'm like, no, fuck that. We turn it up a notch. I made a couple phone calls. I got 100 people on my block ready to go to war. You feel me? And because of that, we got back. But like Darren said, the retaliation didn't stop there. They shot 2 of my homeboys. You feel me? Thank God they survived. One of them got shot in his head and survived. Like, when I'm telling you, when I pulled up to the hospital and seeing his mother in tears, breaking down, not knowing if her son was going to be living anymore, all because I couldn't control my anger or take the L or whatever the case may be. And I'm just thinking, like, this should be me. You feel me? And it was tough because he had nothing to do with it. He wasn't even in the fight at all. Wasn't with the war, none of that. So it just went to show that, like you said, retaliation never ends. And at the end of the day, somebody's life is going to either be taken through murder of some sort, or they're gonna be locked up. And your freedom is your ultimate prize in this life.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with you, man. All right, so next thing, how do you lead young men on the field or in life in a world that's trying to distract them?
First thing, I use my memory, and I put myself in their shoes. I remember when I was their age, and I remember the things that influenced me and the things that was appealing to me at that time. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those things that was appealing to me at that time are not appealing to me now as a man. You know what I'm saying? And first thing I do, I lead with respect. I don't go to no youth arenas or youth teams and look at the boys as little boys. And y'all are young men. I treat them as men. I give them respect as a man, as I would give you the respect as a grown man. And I demand it back from them. You know what I'm saying? So when we get that settled out and we have that mutual respect for each other, they end up having more respect for, a lot of them having more respect for me than some people that may be in their household. And now they have an open ear. I can be honest with them. They can be honest with me. And when the youth can be honest with you, that's when you can really help them. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, as a child, you if you're not comfortable, you're not sharing everything with nobody, and you're not looking for that help. You know what I'm saying? But they come to me and I welcome them in with open arms, and I give them the honest truth of my perspective, and I also let them know I don't know everything.
Right.
However, this is from my experience. This is my perspective. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. I lead them with love and respect, man.
Yeah, I like that, bro.
Yeah.
I love that. Matter of fact, you led with putting yourself in them shoes, yo. That is the greatest key to life, right there. When you're dealing with people, if you can't put yourself in another person's shoes, you don't gotta stay there. But you'll never truly understand their perspective, or know how to reach them, or know how they feel. You know what I'm saying? And people don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. You feel me? So you have to get into and being a coach, being a leader, being anybody that's serving other people. You have to be able to put yourself in other people's shoes. We got another comment. Says, okay, Kyrie saying his favorite player was Sean Taylor, Carlos Rogers, and clutch cornerback Fred Smoot, Lauren Landry. I have so many more. Oh yeah, you was definitely a Redskins fan.
Oh yeah.
Alfred Morris, yeah. I know he's from Virginia, so it makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely makes sense. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. But yeah, man, definitely great points. All right, so the next question. What's one habit or mindset shift that changed your life?
One habit or mindset shift that changed my life. I honestly would have to go back to the Law of Detachment. Like, that was probably my biggest one. Like, learning it growing up and then relearning it as a man. It really has helped me cope with life is crazy. Yeah. It really just come in different ways and hit you from different angles. And you just got to get up, brush yourself off. All right, look, I need to go this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, having that in my arsenal now, I've been able to coast through. And like I said, I've been able to tackle some goals that I just kind of didn't really see myself tackling before I went on that journey. You know what I'm saying? So that law of not being attached to a certain outcome and allowing myself to just maneuver through things in the best way that I can, and having confidence in myself that that I'm gonna be good, that I'm gonna be wise enough to make the right decisions, and then consistently do it. Yeah, that's been one of the best things that changed in my life.
You know, when you said Law of Detachment the first time, I could be wrong, but the first thing I felt, or I guess I read from you, was not making it to the NFL.
That's real.
Yeah, you feel
That's
me?
real.
And it's crazy because that is a lot of players' goals when they get started.
Yeah.
And it's so, I tell people, first of all, the chances of making it to the NFL are very slow. And this is not to discourage them. I've even had these conversations with my sons. They both want to be pro athletes. Like, you look at your dad.
Mathematically, it's just the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. And I want you to know the truth, and then you do what you want with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm your father. This is what I tell my sons. I'm your father. I'm 5'6". 100. Most I've ever weighed is 165 pounds. So there you have it. There. Now you can get bigger than me, but we don't have the stature to be like football players. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Zay Flowers and some of these smaller guys is like, all right, well, you're
outliers.
Yeah, you're outlier. You know what I'm saying? But what I didn't want to try something on top of that is, do you understand what they did to make it? Like. And you're not doing those things. Yeah. They wasn't playing the video game every day. They is in the trenches working on their skill. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different level. And the hardest thing to get people to understand is what it takes to win, bro. It takes 200% effort. You know what I'm saying? When your competition is sleeping, you working. Yeah. When they hanging out, you watching film. You feel me? When they partying, you doing drills. You in the gym. It's nonstop, and you have to be obsessed with your goal. And you could be obsessed with your goal and still not make it.
Exactly.
So it's so many other factors, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, we just looked at what happened with Shedeur Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Like, he dropped, the fourth round, I think?
Yeah.
Was it the fourth or something like that? Third or fourth round? I don't remember.
It might have been later than that.
Yeah,
like,
but he dropped far. Bad. And I've been trying to figure out what it was, and there's definitely some politics behind it.
For sure.
You know, he has actually, because he has an NIL deal and he had a strong brand presence before he came. The NFL still is a white man's league. And
his contract structure was completely different than a lot of people that come in.
And he immediately, whatever team signed him, he got a percentage of jersey sales.
Exactly.
So the higher he would have went up, the higher that percentage would have been. So they kept saying, "No, we ain't picking him," because definitely it was a lot of teams that needed him and didn't pick him up. You know what I'm saying? And the team he's on now, they didn't necessarily need him. Like, they could have used him.
Uh-huh.
The Browns could use him, especially Joe Flacco. I don't know what that's about, but the Saints overlooked him. They don't got a quarterback. A lot of teams overlooked him, so you can see where it's a lot of phony stuff there. But
The Giants.
the Giants overlooked him, right? And they had like 2 or 3 chances to get him. So it's crazy, man. But yeah, man. I would say for me, a habit or mindset change that really changed my life. I would say, and most recent is really grasping the concept that I don't have to control anybody but me. And as I grow, the people around me grow. So I just focus on growing myself. You feel me? Being a leader by example. Yeah. I've been using a lot less words, especially since I'm doing these live calls. I got the call for this group, and then we do our Poly and Purpose call on Wednesday. So we do a lot of talking on there during the week. I really don't be saying much. I'm just learning, and storing and downloading information. Kyrie said something in the chat. I was getting like that. They kept trying to label me a YM, but I'm rebellious in a different way. So I had to play chess with people that had that jealous and disrespectful energy towards me. That's from my granddad's NAACP mentality with a little streets.
Yeah.
I used to have to check entitled people on my land when I was protecting my grandparents, and eventually when I was in home, someone shot my father. I also had to make a decision then, and I created a peace treaty instead of making my phone calls. Hey, much respect, bro. That's crazy because I don't know how I would handle that. You know, your life is just crazy, man. Yeah, but one of the things I love about Nero, he says, it's not about what happens to you, it's about who you are when it does. I'm gonna let that sink in. It's not about what happens to you, it's about who you are when it does. Yeah. And that's why it's so important to do this work. That's why groups like this is important. That's why personal development is everything. Because if our problems are only as big as we are small. My problem to Jeff Bezos, I could have a problem. Like I told y'all a couple weeks ago, my wife scratched up my truck and I was disappointed. You feel me? Now Jeff Bezos wouldn't have been like, all right, just get it fixed. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I got the quote. It was $5,000 to fix it. I was like, God damn. But Jeff Bezos was like, oh, I make that every second. That's nothing.
Person, you know that could have been nothing.
So our problems are only as big as we are small. So the key is to just keep growing and getting bigger so that we can handle bigger problems. All right? But man, bro, you crushing this, getting a lot of wisdom from you. Got one more question, I believe. Oh, snap. My phone just bugged out on me. Hold on. All right, there we got it. Last question is, oh no, we got 3 more questions. All right, if you had to choose NFL coaching job or coaching your local high school team to a state title, which would you pick and why? That's a good question. And they listening.
That's tough. So I'm from Southeast. I love Blue. You know what I'm saying? I put a lot of energy into trying to bring a championship home to Southeast. We made it, and then we lost to Dunbar. So with being so close to obtaining that goal, I would have to say that I would rather the NFL position. Because the thing about being a coach, it's like you're building players that's raw. You know what I'm saying? They're raw. They're maturing. They're not, you know what I'm saying, fully men. Mm-hmm. If I could get to a level where I'm coaching fully mature men that kind of have more experience, so they understand a little more about the game, I really feel like I would excel with the information that I'm able to deliver. You know what I'm saying?
First thing I thought about was that shit is easy for me. NFL, shoot, give me that money. I'm trying to get paid to do that. Because don't get me wrong, like I feel like for me, I want to get back into coaching, but I have to do it when I'm making money 10 times easier than I am today. Way more money. Because I know I when I do anything, I go all in. So it's like I'm buying stuff for my teammates, my team, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking them places, I'm buying them food, I want to travel, I want to create experiences. And then not just that, it takes a lot of your time.
And it's funny that you say that because I coached at Baloo for 4 years and I was volunteering. And then after my 4th year, it kind of was a rocky year. Things didn't really go as planned, and I kind of saw differently than like the direction that the team was going in. I had a different mindset for it. So since I wasn't the head coach, it's
coach.
not my show. You know what I'm saying? So I just
That's
decided
another this key factor too.
yeah, I decided to take a step back, and I ended up getting a paid coaching job at a private school.
Yeah.
And it's a prestigious private
Yeah,
school.
that's what's up. Congratulations.
And they just cleared me. They just cleared me last week, actually. So this is my first week coaching.
Yo, throw some fire in the chat for my guy, man.
Yeah,
in the last couple of weeks, he's been able to secure himself a job as an electrician with no experience, right? No experience. In addition, he's got him a paid coaching job at a prestigious high school. So, like, bro, hats off to you, man. It's clear that you're on the right path and that a lot of great things are going your way. I got so much respect for coaches because, again, I've done it and I know what it takes, and it takes a lot, especially if you're a father, you got children already. We're going to talk a little bit about fatherhood before we wrap it up. But what's your favorite hype song before a big game as a player or a coach?
My favorite hype song gotta be Bone Crusher, Never Scared. Bone Crusher, Never Scared.
That's one for sure. Dang, y'all ain't heard that song in a minute. That was on one of the Maddens. Was that 04 Madden?
Yeah, it definitely was on one of them jumps.
That was Mike Vick cover.
Yeah.
That's how much of a Madden fanatic I am.
Yeah, one of them.
For sure. What do we got? Darren said, the 9 of hearts in me definitely picking the kids over the NFL, but I wouldn't mind either opportunity. I respect that, bro.
I respect that.
I respect that too, bro.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And my wife's father, he's actually a coach in DC, and they played his team too.
Yeah.
And he's been coaching for 25 years. And I like your perspective too, because it's like, you pour into the children, you know what I'm saying, and that's great, but they go off, and you know what I'm saying, you got a new pool of kids coming in every time. Yeah, and that happens in the NFL too. The turnover in the NFL is like that too. Yeah. But like, getting to the guy, I think like for me, like on that professional level, I would want to match that energy, have the time and resources to really perfect what I do, whatever it is. If I'm the special teams coach, I want to be the best special team coach ever. Sure. I definitely respect that, but the kids are important, and that's why we need both. You feel me? But I respect that, bro. 9 of hearts, and it's key that you mention that, knowing yourself. As a matter of fact, if you don't know your cosmology and want to know it, I'm going to link my wife's cosmotherapy link in the bottom so you can get your readings, find out who you are, your makeup, spiritually on a cosmic level. It will definitely benefit you. All right. Last question before we have a little question, a little talk about a little fatherhood a little bit. Okay. What's one wild locker room story that's safe to share that might either make us laugh or teach us something?
Man, this was a crazy locker room story. This was my senior year in high school. I believe they just released the all Met list. So in DC, it's the all metropolitan area instead of all state. So, man, you were speaking about putting all of your energy into something. And that year, I really locked in. I'm talking about from when we lost in the playoffs my junior year, leading into my senior year, man, I went hard. So we ended up whooping everybody that year. However, we didn't play a specific team called Friendship Collegiate. They had heavy D1 players on their team this year, right? So we got to play them in the championship. We won our championship, the Turkey Bowl. We won the Turkey Bowl. Now we got to play in the state championship, and we got to play Friendship. So somebody put a bug in our locker room that the state championship game was optional. Like, we didn't have to play it if we didn't want to. What? So it's dudes on our team, after we just whooped everybody, it's dudes on our team that was really questioning, like, do we even got to play Friendship? Do we, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, should we just back out? Though. We already got a championship. Do we need another one? So I was appalled. Like I was like, what? Like I rocked on everybody. As the leader of the team, I rocked on everybody. Like, man, look, anybody that ain't trying to play, you could go ahead and step out now. We playing this game and we gonna handle this business. Y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? So time went, everybody ended up locking in and saying they're gonna play. So then we tap in, we practice. Then it was the day before the game. And now it's just we used to have a little thing that we did. We beat on the lockers, and it was like the boom, 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 and we'd be wilding out in the locker room, like getting turned up. And then in the midst of the jump, I just started screaming, F friendship, F friendship, F friendship, everybody. So we get to rocking that jump. So that like gave us even more energy going into that game. I ended up posting it. It went like fake viral. You know,
Right.
Instagram was new at that
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
but fake viral in the city. So that added hype to the game. We end up going to the game, winning 25-8. I say we won 25-0 because the
yeah.
touchdown they scored,
Just
he was
flew.
really out of bounds, but they gave it to him. So we won 25-8, and it was just like we were. The Washington Post had said we were going to lose 42-20. You know what I'm saying?
They had
And it was
y'all
like they
wrong.
had us the underdogs, and we
Yeah.
completely flipped that upside down.
And the whole time your team ain't even want to play. Y'all went and
Yeah, it
snagged
was
them.
crazy to me, man.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
even
crazy.
know if a lot of dudes would admit that, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got a
you
good
remember?
memory.
Yeah, you
I
ain't gonna remember.
remember
You ain't
all
gonna make
that.
nothing up. You can't make that
Yeah,
up. That's
I
a
remember all that.
yeah. That's crazy, man. Hey, look, man. Football is a that's a warrior sport for
Yeah,
sure,
it's
man.
a
You
warrior
banging, you
sport,
getting
man.
hurt, you getting banged up, and then if you think about it, in high school, you don't even have none of the recovery that the NFL
Exactly.
player has.
I'm blessed
But
to never have had an injury, man. And I
wow,
went hard since I
wow,
was 6. Like,
I can't say
I
that.
love football so much. I did not care if I died on the field. Like it was, my mother used to tell me, "Boy, if you hurt, you better come off that field." Like she wasn't playing, and she knew I loved it that much. Like I'm going hard, man.
Right.
Like this is what I love to do. You
I
know what I'm
respect
saying?
it. I
So,
respect. Bro, I played with broken fingers. I've broken all my fingers playing football. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
tore my shoulder up. This shoulder still to this day ain't all the way
that's
right from
crazy.
football, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, great questions, man. So before we go, anybody in the chat got a question for Ace? Let us know. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions about fatherhood, bro. Like, how has that been for you, man? Like, would you say, I know for me, like the day I became a father at 18, bro. So my
Okay.
life changed at 18 years old. I'm going on my 17th year as a father right now. So, about to be in my 16th year.
Yeah.
So what would you say, happened for you? Like, what was the change? What did you feel when you became a father?
Man, I became a father at 26, and at this time, I'm gonna be all the way real with you. I was heavy in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I was heavy in the streets, making money easily. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just too easy for me. You know what I'm saying? And around that time, something crazy happened. Before my daughter was born, something crazy happened, and one of my closest friends ended up like breaking into my apartment while I was out of town. And he took like, I'm talking about like $100,000 worth of stuff. Like everything that was taken from this to that to this added up to about $100,000. And that was when I was really, you know what I'm saying, making my come up.
Wow.
So taking that L, I had to like it was a lot going on, so I just decided to lay low. You know what I'm saying? I had a girl I was talking to at the time. We ended up bonding in that time, and I ended up having my daughter, planting my daughter. And, with the birth of my daughter, it just like it brought peace to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it made me second guess everything that I was about to do because I had it lined up on what I was about to do and how I was about to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And it made me second guess everything.
Made you think
I
twice.
took a step back, like it's like everything my father said about why he was the type of father he was, it came to me. And mind you, my father had a stroke right before my daughter was born. So her mother was pregnant and my father had the stroke.
Wow.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't even have even, and it's so funny, before his stroke, me and my father had a conversation about everything that happened and how I was about to go about it. Because he was like my best friend, so I
you
could be
taught her
100
going
with
to
him.
talk to your
So
pops,
we
for
we
sure.
we about to handle this business, and he just looked at me like, man, you know, I done been in your shoes and I done took certain steps that, you know what I'm saying, I regret. I'm just gonna let you know now. Any way you go about doing this, you can handle it. But just know you gonna have to pay for it. You could get away from the boys, the police and all that. You could not go to jail and all that, but you gonna have to pay for it. And that was the last like real lesson my father said to me, and it stuck with me, you know what I'm saying? And when my daughter came, it just was like, man, I got somebody to live for. Like it helped me realize I didn't even value my life for real.
Yeah.
I ain't even value my life for real. Like I was just living and living day to day. Like today was however I was going. If somebody came through this door right now with a gun, man, it's whatever. Like that's kind of what my mentality was. Like I didn't care how the next day went or how the next moment went. Like I was in the moment and I was a man. You know what I'm saying? To what my understanding of a man was at that time. You know what I'm saying? When my daughter came, it's like, damn, I'm a real man now. Like I got somebody that's really dependent on me. I got somebody to raise. Like somebody that could change the world or help change the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me having the father that I had, it's no way that I could have a child out here and not be that same type of father. You know what I'm saying? So that was
Shout out to your pops, man.
Yeah.
Like shout out to all the dads out there, man.
Yeah.
Like that, a father is a irreplaceable part of a child's life.
For sure.
Like it is absolutely imperative that we lift the fathers up, because the fathers, listen, the system is not here attacking the women. It's attacking the men, because if they keep the men away from the family, the women and children are in trouble.
They're vulnerable.
So
in many different ways.
And you just shared a story. Your father saved your life in that mess. And I had similar conversations with my dad. I know exactly where you're coming from, and so much respect for it. So, bro, I want to give you a chance to say something to both of your daughters, bro, because videos, bro, the thing I love about them, people, some people choose not to, post their personal life on social media.
Yeah.
But I look at it as a chance for me to leave little messages to my family, so that when I do pass, because when my dad passed away, I guess what, I didn't have a social media post of him, nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing, no videos, all that stuff was gone. So what I like to do is give you a chance to leave them a message, so that they can come back on this video one day, because this video is going to be on YouTube. They can come back, and I'm going to give it to you too, so that they can come back and they can say it, and you can leave them a message. Anything you want to say to them, go ahead, look in that camera right there and talk to them beautiful young ladies, man.
Layla Ashe, Asada Ashe. I just want to let y'all know that I love y'all. I'm going to put my best efforts into being the best father I could be. My best efforts into helping your mothers become the best mothers that they can be. My best efforts into maintaining and keeping y'all villages together. And I just can't wait to see the type of woman y'all become, man.
Yeah.
I'm a man, but I have a high level of admiration for women. And it's just amazing that I had two young women that I'm bringing up, and I'm eager to see the type of woman y'all become and the way that y'all affect the world.
Absolutely. And I want to say this to y'all. Y'all dad loves y'all more than y'all could ever know, and don't let nobody tell you differently. And if anything happens to him, the Become More Academy is full of men that will be here for y'all if y'all need guidance, protection, advice, wisdom, anything y'all need. We love y'all. Bro, appreciate you for the time today, man. Thanks for coming to our last minute. Fellas, let us know if y'all got some value out of this. Absolutely, bro. The pleasure was mine. So I'm about to do a bio scan on them when we get off here. We're going to share dinner, man. And again, I want to remind you guys and Become More Academy. If I'm ever in your city, you want to pull up and do a podcast style, we can do that. Hope y'all got some value from this. Man, I appreciate y'all so much. If you want to join Become More Academy, a couple things. First off, want to remind y'all, this is the title to the 2008 Honda Accord I'm giving away December 31st at the Arna Ball. So if you want to win the car, all you have to do is either join the Become More Academy or any of the other groups that I'm a part of, or any other missions that I'm a part of. Just follow me at Richest Man of Baltimore. You will see that we're giving this car away to anybody that supports our business. Every dollar that you put into any of my businesses gets you an entry. So yeah, you got a lot of people who got entries, and I'm excited about this giveaway. This is the title. And I want to shout out Rebelnomics. This is my brother Ja Bricks, Minister of Communication for Aboriginal Republic of North America. This is one of his brands. Y'all go follow Ja Bricks. He got several 100,000 followers, but he's an incredible communicator, a great storyteller. But he uses his clothing to tell stories about history. This shirt is obviously about rebel. It says rebel, but it's about knowing your rights. And we are rebelling against the system that's lied to us all our life about who we are and what we able to do on this land. And then lastly, want to shout out guys, like y'all seen my wives with their bags, but we also have wallets for the men, for all the men. If you want to be a part of history, Black-owned, indigenous, luxury accessory brand -9. Anybody who buys this wallet will get a year access to Become More Academy. Again, this is Black Owned Brand. We coming for Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all those big names, you name it. We're going to be bringing that money back to our communities and setting up, institutions where we can actually put that money back into our communities to make the world around us a better place. So appreciate y'all. If y'all got any questions, we're going to go ahead and give y'all opportunity for some questions. Couple minutes. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. If not, we're going to go ahead and take off. I'm going to give y'all about a minute. Again, appreciate y'all very, very much. I'm excited about this week. I haven't been doing, bro, I've been all over the place. There's been so much going on, but I decided to buy myself some time so I could make everything that we got going on better. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Looks like nobody got any questions. I'm going to give it to 10:07. Much appreciated. Darren, I was trying to get one of these done with you when I was in Atlanta, bro, but when I come back up, which I might come up before the ball if I have to, but if not, because my son's AAU should be coming up soon. But yeah, Kyrie, I know you in North Carolina, so when I could there, man, whenever I'm around y'all cities, man, y'all pull up. What type of products do you think are needed in our community? Ooh, that's a great question. Whew, man. You know what I think our communities need more than anything is meditation centers. That's going to be one of the first things that I'm looking at.
I was about to say communion. That's what I was going to say, communion. But a great way to commune is through meditation centers. Yeah.
I'm definitely thinking about start creating one in Baltimore. I know y'all probably seen a piece of viral content that's going out about a specific school in Baltimore who they replaced detention and suspension with meditation. So they use meditation as their form of, corrective punishment for the children, which I think is genius because all a human being needs is the time to sit down with their thoughts. They can correct themselves, especially if, we all have intuition and we know when we do right and wrong. So meditation is a key to solving that kind of stuff. So definitely. But products, I would say health. We need more healthy options. You know what I'm saying? Like every community's fast food everywhere, but we need access. I know some places are better than others, but a lot of places are food deserts. They don't have access to organic fruits, vegetables, healthy food options. So that's one. Financial literacy. What else? Yeah, man, I think that I would have to lead with that, man, for sure. But a great question, man. Any other? I mean, you guys got any? If y'all got a response to that, drop it in the comments. Any other questions? Y'all got to get my man out of here. We're going to feed him and get him out of here because he had a long day today. Worked full-time and went to his coaching and came and did the podcast. But this is the kind of effort right here that gets you where you got to go. You feel me? I ain't going to lie. Sure. When I was on my biggest run in my life, I was the hardest working man on this planet. So it definitely takes that. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all time. It's 10:08. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'll see y'all next week. Much love. Peace and love. Peace and love, y'all. Take it easy. Have a great night.